Moose Jaw Warriors. What else do I need to say? Let's go down to the Brandt Center where Julie Stewart-Binks sets things up. Julie?
Yeah, it's a game that both the Moose Jaw Warriors and Regina Pats have been waiting for since the end of last season. It's the Battle of Highway 1, one of the most storied rivalries in the CHL that was reignited last season in the first round of the WHL playoffs when the Pats and Warriors faced each other. And as we all remember, it was an emotional series that saw the Warriors win 3-1, ending the Pats season. Now, despite a number of new faces on both teams, both the Pats and Warriors are ready to restart the rivalry tonight.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of new faces on both teams here, and I think on both ends, some of them are going to get a real taste of the rivalry between Moose Jaw and Regina here, and I think it'll be the start of something pretty big.
I think so. It was a very emotional series. I mean, both teams wanted that series extremely bad, and we ended up coming out on top, so I think that come Wednesday it'll be a pretty heated game.
I mean, we're not going to get the playoff atmosphere, but I mean, definitely with both cities, kind of rallying behind each team, going into their place to play the first game is definitely going to have a lot of emotion. We need to keep our emotions in check and play on the ice.
I'm now joined by Chad Lang, General Manager of the Regina Pats. Now tonight, emotions, as Kendall McFall just said, are going to be huge for this game. It's a rivalry, so you want to use that motivation, but you want to stay out of the penalty box, and of course that's been a bit of an issue for the Pats, 35 penalties in 5 games. How is it to balance?
Well, you know what, I think you want your players to play on the edge. You talk about that emotion, and it's a fine line, and for us, in order for us to have success, we want to be a team that competes, and you have to play with emotion. But in saying that, we wanted to really focus on our discipline here tonight, and it's important that we stay focused, at least early off the start, to allow us to get into the game and build some momentum and see how our team responds after that.
Now, you've been without head coach Pat Conacher for the last couple of games. He's back tonight. He was at home for an undisclosed family emergency. What have you noticed of how important his presence is for your team?
Well, I think if you just look at the success of our hockey club last year, was a lot of credit to him, his leadership, his direction, and he's a guy that brings a lot of emotion to our hockey operations. Even him today coming back, I know the guys were real excited to see him back here, and we think it's a big part for our hockey club, and definitely having him back here with a big weekend ahead of us, the timing's perfect.
Now, another Pat we aren't going to see for a while is former Regina Pat Jordan Everly, who's not going to be here for next Tuesday's game on October 9th for his jersey raising. Is there any update as to when we might see him back here?
No, you know what? It's a situation that Brent and the Oilers have been dealing with, and unfortunate with the lockout. It's kind of out of our hands, and we thought maybe there was the opportunity to bring him in here before the American Hockey League got going, but it was really close to their home opening night. So, you know what? We'll continue our discussions with the Oilers, and hopefully we can find a day within our schedule and their schedule that works, and at that time bring them back to Regina and raise that jersey to the rafters.
Thanks very much, Chad. Good luck tonight and the rest of the season.
All right, thank you.
Now, some game notes tonight for the Pats. Matt Hewitt's going to be between the pipes, and then for the Warriors, Justin Pollock's going to be there. Now, if you remember last year, he wasn't in the WHL playoffs against the Pats, but he did enter in for the series against the Edmonton Oil Kings. So we'll have to see tonight if he can deal with the pressure of playing here at the Brandt Center. Lee?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. He was 1-1 in the playoffs, and Braden Points as well. This is his first regular season game.
Yep.
He, of course, came at the end of the regular season playoffs last year. Should be great. Thanks, Julie. Julie, of course, will have all the highlights and posts tonight on Late Sports. All right, to Riders now, where it was good news, bad news concerning slotback/running back Jock Sanders. The good news? Well, there are no tears to the ligaments in his left knee, but the bad news is